go ahead and hop onto the Odyssey. This is Christopher Nolan's new film starring Matt Damon, Tom Holland, Anne Hathaway, Robert Pattinson, and a big cast, honestly. I just got finished watching this literally 30 minutes ago, and I'll tell you what, this is the film of the year. Like I said, The Invite was maybe a perfect film, but it's no Nolan. Nolan has a vision, and he executes it to perfection every single time. It was the beginning was perfect. Like I said, spoiler alerts, but this is about the Odyssey. This is about Odysseus' journey trying to get home, and the tension of if he is going to get home, if there's going to be a new ruler in his land. And I'm not really a big I've never read the Odyssey, so I'm not really familiar with the whole story or anything. So what I know is what I saw in the film. But I thought it was such a good thing. All the monsters and everything in the film, but it was really cool. Like them killing his men, and you're like, yo, like these are like the stakes are high in this film, and you have no choice but to like feel for Matt Damon's character and think, how is he gonna get home? And also be like, yo, like this dude, like all his guys like die, dude. Like I said, spoiler alert, that was said at the beginning of the episode. But yeah, honestly, some of my favorite shots in the film was there's this soldier who is dressed in all black armor. Great dude, just overformed the entire time. But the shot of the army coming into Troy, and just the entire army, and everyone's like, yeah, like that was like probably my favorite scene in the whole film. And then obviously later they're like, yeah, they like killed everyone, like everyone, and that was like, yo, dude, my bad for cheering for them. But yeah, like I said, Nolan's still on top, and I just really want to talk about Robert Pattinson in this film. I think at the end of his career, he's going to be an all-time, like one of the greatest actors of all time. Right now, he's one of the greatest actors in the current day and age. But I think once his career is like over, like he will be one of the greatest actors of all time, top 5 at least. And Anne Hathaway even stole the movie for a little bit. Honestly, she absolutely killed it in her role as Odysseus' wife. Like I said, I'm not familiar with all the characters and their names and all that, but like I said, she absolutely kills it. And Tom Holland does a great role. I've never really seen him in much other things other than Spider-Man, but he did great. But something that really stood out to me in this film, is not really even about the film. Like I said, Christopher Nolan, he always delivers. I've never doubted Nolan for a second. All right. Even some of his casting choices, like I didn't really think they were bad. There was one that I didn't like, but anyways, but what really stood out to me with this, the Odyssey, is that me and my friend, we saw it opening night, and y'all, it was packed in IMAX on a Thursday night, the night before the movie's officially out. And a lot of these people in the theaters, they're all younger than 50. Half of them are my age, in their 20s. And that's really not really surprising to me, but that's just like a statement to the movie theaters that, hey, the movie theaters are still alive, and people like will go to the movies and will pay that money. Y'all, a ticket to IMAX without Regal Unlimited or AMC or whatever you have is like $20 nowadays. So if make good movies, and we'll buy your tickets, but don't make some like generic freaking remake of movies, or don't make 1,000 sequels or this or that. Like, we want original movies that hit, that are thought through, and that are wanted, that are like creative and made to be something like new. Like, we want art. That's what we want, really. And that's really what brings us to the theaters. But overall, The Odyssey was such a beautiful film, and like I said, I think it's my favorite film of the year so far. I think it's the best film of the year so far.